Viking Cruises is a cruise line known for its river, ocean, and expedition journeys, catering primarily to culturally curious travelers with destination-focused experiences.
That's right. Now, we've been on quite a few Viking cruises. I just got back from one where we explored Bangkok, Bali, and beyond, and it was an incredible experience. I love traveling the world in comfort.
Me too.
But for those who haven't yet given it a try or are seeking more information, you're in the right place. Joining us today from Viking Cruises is Carl Cruz. Carl, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Of course. Now, let's start with the basics. If someone hasn't heard of Viking before, how would you describe it to them? It's not luxury per se, but it's also not carnival.
No, definitely not carnival. And when you hear the Viking name, most people just think of river cruising. But now we're far much more than that with the ocean, expedition, and even the Mississippi product here in the States.
I haven't been on the Mississippi yet. I've seen the ship, though. It looks very, very unique.
It looks amazing. Okay, Viking started as a river cruise line and has grown a lot since then. But looking at the rivers for a moment, how does it differ from an ocean cruise? What's the onboard experience like? Because I have been on all of them.
Yeah.
But maybe for someone like Bobby, you could explain what it's like.
Well, obviously the rivers, we have to build the ship to fit the river. So we don't have the large theaters that normal ocean cruises will have. And Viking has no casinos on any of our ships. So a lot of the entertainment on board the river product will be more local entertainment. Local entertainers will join us in one port of call, entertain us for the evening, and then disembark in the next port of call. A lot of cooking demonstrations, a lot of wine tastings on board Viking River as entertainment.
You know what I just love is when you're on a river cruise, you're just right in the middle.
Yeah.
When Brad and I were filming in France, we were right in the middle of Lyon and we got our bikes, we just stepped off the boat and we were just in the city. It's so nice to be so close to all of the stuff.
It is, and it's an easy on and off experience too. You're not waiting in lines to get on and off the ship. It's really nice. Now, after Viking's success on rivers in 2015, they launched Oceans, and the decor and the experience really much matches what they had on the rivers. But can you go through some of the differences between rivers and oceans?
Yeah, well, the rivers and ocean ships, obviously the ocean ships are a little bit bigger, 930 guests, so still an intimate travel experience with less than 1,000 guests. Every stateroom has a balcony, so there are no inside staterooms, there are no ocean view staterooms. We have theaters on board, we'll do TED Talks and different type of entertainment on board the ocean product that we're not able to do on the river product. And it's adults only, so I always tell everyone, if you hear anybody running up and down the hallway on a Viking cruise, it's
having a good
somebody your own age. It's somebody your own age.
So only one of us has been lucky enough to try out Viking Expeditions, but Antarctica is on Bobby's must-view list. Expeditions takes rivers and oceans to a whole new level. So tell us about the expedition trips.
The expedition ships are beautiful. Every aspect from the leather on the handrails to the constellations in the ceiling in the Explorer's Lounge, they were so well thought out. And it truly is an unbelievable experience. We spend days 4 through 10 in Antarctica, so guests have the opportunity to do that land touch every single day.
Christmas gift for me.
Penguins.
And we have the 2 yellow 6-person submarines.
Yeah,
that
I
they can
know.
go on for an hour at the time.
I keep thinking about, like, do I want to do that?
Yes, you do. Because when I was on the ship, it really felt like I was on a working laboratory.
Absolutely.
And there were volcanologists and seismologists and marine biologists.
You were in the Caribbean, right?
I was on board with us. And it's kind of like a learning library, totally immersive experience when you're on an expedition
And they're
ship.
the only ships that have permission to launch weather balloons. So we launch a weather balloon on every itinerary where we get that data back and share with our guests. And it's fascinating to see what we're finding.
You too can. Yeah, you too can be a scientist on board.
I did see recently they found like some really rare jellyfish on one of their submarine dives.
So the phantom jellyfish, and the existence of the species, there was only 100 known photographs to man. Our guests that were in the submarine at that time got 180 on their cell phones, and they published a huge paper about it. So that's the type of experience you could have in the submarine when we're in Antarctica.
Just talking to you, I cannot wait to go on my next trip.
Well, thank you so much for coming here today and sharing all these experiences. I mean, I just got off a Viking
I know you
cruise.
did.
I can't wait to go back. And if anything you've heard today has inspired you, or you want to learn more, you can visit thejetset.com/Viking to explore all of Viking's itineraries, ships, and the latest offer making, and of course you can make a booking when you're there as well. You might end up getting Nikki or I on the phone.
It's true. Well, and I will see you in Antarctica because we're going
That's
to
true,
go
we're all
on
going.
that trip.
Thank you so much for coming, Carl.
Thank you
Thanks,
for
Carl.
having me. It's been a pleasure.